Okay, Aaron, how about Twinkle, Twinkle?
Okay, let's see. This speed okay?
Pretty, yeah. That's so pretty. I'll join you in just a second. But I want to listen to you too.
I like listen to you.
Can we take turns?
You can play with me?
Okay, Hanaho from the beginning.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Oh, Aaron.
Well, you know what they say, the ukulele is more better than the other kind.
Ukulele is way more better.
Oh, way more better.
Oh,
Way more
so I'm Kimo Hussey. Hello, and
Hello.
this is my good
Wow.
friend Aaron Crowell. And boy, have we got great news for you today. We got more better news today.
More better.
Tell them why.
Because we got Chuck Moore's
Oh,
more better ukulele. Oh, this ukulele. Chuck builds these in the Big Island. And for you guys that don't know Chuck Moore, he is one of the best inlay artists in the world, bar none. But you know there are people that specialize in this sort of thing, like Larry Robinson and
Mhm.
all these guys that do crazy inlays and stuff like that. But Chuck is the builder of the ukulele too, and so he not only does world class inlay work, but his builds are incredible. I mean, amongst the best in the world. And I can honestly say that Chuck's ukuleles are some of my favorite ukuleles I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
And I would endorse that as well. But we got even better news. Is a lot of
Oh,
times when we talk about a quality instrument, we're talking about just one instrument. Today we got two.
Yes.
So
Ooh.
hold yours up and see. One of the wonderful things about Chuck's ukuleles is that he doesn't build the same uke that looks the same
Right.
every time. So you can see with these two ukes that there's only one sound puka
Yep.
here, like we normally see, but on that one there's two.
Two puka.
Uh, two puka.
And
Uh,
cutaway.
Go ahead.
Cutaway.
Cutaway, and this one is not a cutaway.
Yep.
And if you turn it this way, and go this way a little bit, you see that on this ukulele, there's a side port.
You was hiding the other puka.
Yeah,
That's what
a
it was.
little puka.
You was hiding them.
Without one there. So what does that mean? It means that this quality builder is always, always, always being creative, as opposed to getting into a single groove and all of his ukes just look the same.
Yep.
So go to the back, and you can see that we have a wonderful rendition of Koa, two different renditions
Oh, yeah.
of Koa, coming back around this way, and coming back to the front. You can see obviously that the headstock, each headstock has a different design, and on the fretboard itself, there's different designs as well. You can see that there's a that's a palm tree, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the 12th fret.
Yeah. And then the reflected in there the palm tree with the waterfall on here. too.
Yeah.
So again, or coconut tree.
Yeah. So with regard to players, I think the three most important things for players to consider in terms of a quality instrument, three things. Number one, looks. It's the design.
Yes.
Number two, playability. It's a little bit difficult for us to share playability with you
Through video, it's
because
kind of hard.
it's hard for you to feel these ukuleles. But I wanna tell you that the action, the touch on this ukulele is feather light.
Oh yeah. It's
And notice,
barely.
when I'm up here around the eighth or ninth and 10th fret, it's still really, really easy to play,
Yeah.
and I don't have to put the death grip on the ukulele
Right.
to play it. So looks, playability, and sound.
Yeah.
Sound is,
It's the most important thing for musicians.
yeah, yeah,
'Cause if you're recording with it or something, the looks don't matter,
right,
and then they don't care about how we feel about playing it,
yeah,
right? So, but if it's coming through the radio, it's gotta have good sound.
right.
So,
And one of the wonderful things about sound on on Chuck Moore's ukulele is that at the at the same time that he builds ukuleles very differently, you can always count on Chuck Moore's ukulele to have a high quality sound.
yes,
At the same time, each ukulele has its own personality,
that's right. That's right.
which is wonderful. And one of the things that was fun for you and I to do, and unique, I think, from your standpoint, is at the beginning when we played both of these.
Two Chuck
like
Moores.
in a-
How often you see them in the same room? Nonetheless, be played together.
That's right, because mo better that way.
Well, better that way.
Yeah, and so you see, when we start to play, just when Aaron played by himself, it's just a wonderful, wonderful coordinated sound.
Oh yeah.
And then when we added another Chuck Moore and played in harmony and duet with it, it just made for a wonderful,
A
wonderful,
full sound.
a full sound, a full and fun sound.
Yes.
So let's do something else.
Sure. Sure. Well, we can sing something, but my nose is stuffed, and so
You know what? One of the wonderful things about Mo Better Ukes is that it doesn't matter if your mouth is singing or your nose is singing; it still will come out good.
well, we could try. We could try.
Okay, yeah.
If you hear the Darth Vader sound going on throughout the video, it's because my nose is not functioning. But it's gonna make a very unique sound for singing because gotta try to sing with a stuffed nose. See how you feel. O Kalapana.
Keep going.
Kaileonu. Ulono kauka. Ole. Tewa kalapana.
Bonnie, brother, take the melody.
Sure. Ooh, nice the song.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh. You know what? That was
Ooh.
way more better.
I think that was more better too.
Yeah. You I met Chuck several years ago, and your interface with Chuck is probably a little more recent than mine is. So can you tell us a little bit about Chuck the person now that we know about Chuck the builder?
Well, Chuck is one of those guys that he loves everything about Hawaii. I mean, if you look at even where he
I think
lives,
he chose in his instruments.
Oh, yeah. Even where he lives is out there in the sticks. You're not gonna see one concrete jungle around Chuck Moore's house. I mean, he lives out, and he likes to be in Hawaii. It's like his thing, and his builds reflect his personality. Like he's a beautiful soul, and his wife Bonnie and him are just wonderful people. And Chuck to me is probably one of the builders who I can honestly say, like, personality wise, their personality comes through their instruments, and the instrument makes a fun, happy sound, and that's the kind of person that he is a fun, happy guy. So
And one of the I think one of the wonderful things about high quality ukuleles is that they are very much a work of art.
Oh,
as a
absolutely.
piece of art is.
Absolutely.
But we go to the art gallery of somebody's house and we look at this wonderful picture and we say, "Oh God, that's so cool."
Yeah.
But with quality instruments, it's different because we can look at these ukes, for example, and see that there really are works of art.
Right.
However, there's a dimension of sound.
Yes.
That kind of adds to that. That's really, really cool.
I've known a lot of. See, I grew up in my dad owned Hawaiian Hardwood Creations, and he was a woodworker. Because of my father and his woodworking ability and stuff, I've been around a lot of people that do wonderful things with wood, and it's a rare skill to have to build an instrument. Like my dad could build a hutch. He could build, like the most beautiful, like bed frames and stuff out of coal wood. And so he would build all these wonderful things. And the thing was, as far as building like an instrument, that's a whole different skill set. I know a lot of guys that can do wonderful things with wood, but then you play it, it sounds like a brick.
Yeah.
Chuck is not that guy. Chuck is first and foremost, I mean, probably one of the best luthiers around, period. And a luthier is a specialized thing. He's a guy that builds an instrument. And first and foremost, besides being art, which they are, Chuck builds instruments. Like he was already a great instrument builder. You take into the fact that the guy is like on par, if not better than some of the best inlay artists in the world. And you put that together and you have an instrument with wonderful tone. incredible sound quality because, like you were talking about going up the neck, these things don't change volume the higher up you get. And that's like one of those things that nowadays guys have kind of cracked the code on. Back in the day, it was very rare to find an instrument where you could keep the same volume going up the
Yeah.
neck. And the builders nowadays, the guys like Chuck Moore, Steve Grimes, and like all these.
Does Chuck Moore play a lot?
I don't know. Does Chuck play? I don't know
Do
if
you
he
know,
plays.
Sean?
think
Don't know. You know, one of the wonderful things about Chuck's artistry, and it's the same with other builders, is that they don't necessarily play
Yeah.
a whole lot,
Yeah.
but when they build their instruments, it seems like they have so much empathy for the player.
Yes.
And where does that come from? I think it just comes from this
Well,
well that he has inside of him.
Well, like you were talking about the playability, like his instruments are just so playable. I mean, you don't like. I know a lot of guys that build a great instrument, a good-looking, beautiful instrument that sounds wonderful, but you get it and the setup is just not quite there. So
Yeah.
you got to take it to somebody that does setup work and stuff like that, and then they'll
Right.
play it and they'll make it for you to play it. But Chuck's setups are fantastic. I mean,
Right.
it's like they play like butter right out of.
They
Well,
sure
you
do.
can't say out of the box because he doesn't even build like it's not.
Yeah.
It's like it's a one of, and that's the other thing about him is that like Chuck is like. I think that's why Chuck is so close with Uncle Led. I mean, one of the things I love about Uncle Led, Uncle Led with Kapana, he is well known for playing a lot of these songs that are signature songs. We just played Hole, which was a signature song for Uncle Led, but have you noticed that he never plays the same thing twice?
Mm.
Chuck never builds the same uke twice.
Yeah.
It's every single one of these things is
Right.
unique, and in and of itself, it's a wonderful instrument, and it has its own personality. It's got its own soul, And I think that that only top quality builders can put that in there like that. It's like they just pour everything into it.
Let's play out.
Okay, what you like to play?
Your choice. You want to play an instrumental? Okay. You want to play an instrumental or you want to do a vocal?
Okay, we're doing vocal. Okay,
Okay, we're gonna do
All right,
a
yeah.
vocal. Yeah.
Well,
Good choice, buddy.
Only because it's like my pick, right? So it's
Oh, I love it when you know sings.
oh man.
Humaka.
Why don't you take one, Uncle?
On hold.
Ayun, nice that one.
One of the wonderful things for you is the same as Aaron and I are enjoying right now, and that is access to these ukuleles. Because it's one thing to sit down and learn about the builder and know about
It
the
is.
ukulele. Another wonderful, wonderful thing to be able to play these instruments.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we thank Ukulele Friend for giving us
Yes.
the opportunity of playing these instruments and sharing these instruments with you. See you next time.
Aloha.